Hey, this is Tabitha again. Same animator, same person. So, on to my segment, my video of mental health awareness. Today we're going to be talking about trauma. What is it? What's it good for? Trauma's not good for anything, honestly. So, what exactly causes trauma? Trauma can come from anything. It could be, per se, a car accident. The jumps you get when hearing a loud noise or being shooken very badly, that is a relapse of the said trauma from being in a car accident. And then other forms of trauma, like for me, most of my trauma from childhood is I can't remember most of my childhood, to be honest, because I didn't have a terribly bad childhood, but it was bad enough to where my mind sort of warded off most of my childhood memories. Most of them good, most of them bad. Well, actually, most of them, right? It gets confusing. But anyway, but as CDC.gov says, mental health is a culmination of mental, physical, and health all around. If the homeostasis is unbalanced on one end of the spectrum, the other ends get severely hindered. And that's bad in the aspect that no one can control what happens in an unhealthy state. It leads to depression, it leads to anxiety, it leads to insomnia, it leads to everything we've talked about in the prior videos. And that's bad. And trauma is something that everyone experiences in a different way. To some, not being able to speak when getting upset very badly, it could mean that they have emotional issues. That's not bad, but it just goes to show that even the happiest person in the room, that person always doing things for other people, they have a backstory too. And their story may be something you could have dealt with, but their mind, their mental state could not handle that. I'm trying to think about something else I could talk about, but honestly, trauma is a memory. A memory of pain that's encoded in your brain, and in most cases, not even medicine can take care of it. Not even therapy. It's a difficult thing to deal with, honestly. But there's coping. Honestly, my coping is one of the worst ways you can handle it, by being a bottler. Honestly, just ignoring it. Stuff like that. I mean, memes are always my go-to. But coming from the heart, don't do that. Don't do any of the stuff I do. Get help. Go to the therapist. Confide in someone. Vent to someone. I always feel better after a good vent session. Don't take medication if you don't have to, just for the fact that if you do need the medication, take it. But if you want to take it just to numb your feelings out, you're taking it for the wrong reason. And as the others said, call the hotline. Even if you're not suicidal, if you need someone to talk to, call that hotline. Because the people there, that's their job. They're more than willing to take on your burden with you. And you're not a burden. No single person can take on anything on their own. And that's the beauty of human beings. Yeah, their dark side is tremendously horrifying. The darkness they do to the world is unimaginable, but when people work together, help each other, it's such a beautiful thing. Well, the video is getting a little long, and I have to animate it all, and that's a lot of work. So I'm going to leave it as that. I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe. I'm not going to tell you anything. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. And I hope you learned something about trauma. Because it's a heck of a lot. Well, have a nice day, night, whenever. Adios.